These white ladies getting towed up. Welcome to the Proverbial Life Podcast. This is a podcast that encourages Christians to look to Christ, live wisely, and leave a legacy behind for generations to follow. I'm your host, Edwin Ramirez. Look to Christ, live wisely, leave a legacy. 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 What's going on, everyone? All right, so we're getting ready to watch a video where there's a black woman sitting at a table talking to a room full of white women. And I mean, look at this lady's face here. This is the face of a grown woman being lectured by another grown woman about the amount of guilt she should feel because of the color of her skin. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I want you to see this because there's a little bit of pushback, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So this is what we call white guilt alert. All right, check this out.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you would trade places with a black person in this society? Raise your hand.
How many of you white ladies would trade places with a black person? See, why? No, let me play the video. Let me play the video. Shut up, Edwin. Just listen.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, it's yes or no. How many of you would do it?
I know I wouldn't. I mean, I dated a Hispanic, very dark.
No, I'm not talking about Hispanic. The question.
Somebody said I dated a Hispanic guy. You see, you can't play the game because when you start talking, then you sound a little suspect, right? You start to make racist statements. Just don't play the game. And say, listen, no, I'm glad the way God made me. Okay, I'm glad the way God made me. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I hate black people. It doesn't mean like I wouldn't want to be Oriental. I wouldn't want to be Hispanic. I am who I am. Right? I mean, you ask this black lady, would you want to be white? She's gonna say no. I'm proud, in spite of whatever difficulties I went through. I'm happy. I'm proud to be a black woman. That's what she's gonna say. And so this white guilt must be rejected. Do not fall for the trap. Don't even answer the question. Say no. I'm not going to answer the question. That's not fair. That's not right. Let's continue.
Ask you that, but I was going to have children. So I spent many years thinking of myself of having very dark-skinned children.
Question is, how many of you would be willing to trade places in this society with a black person?
I think I would.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
She's like, not me.
It's not racism. Absolutely not. It's just saying I don't see it.
Yeah, but you know how racist this country is.
Not to the degree that you do.
Oh, no, you will never know. You know, in this country, we created the criminalization of black people. And
you see, this is let me show you something here, right? So look at this lady. Look at this lady. I mean, she looks like she's well off herself, right? Look at her necklace, her earrings, her skin, her hair, her clothing, right? She looks like she's doing well. And so here she has sure. Was there racism? Is there racism? Absolutely. But now we're going to transfer that guilt to you. And the lady just said, I got a black man and we got black kids, right? I dated a Hispanic man, one lady said. I'm like, Lord, stop, ladies. Please just stop.
Black people. And when your skin is seen as a weapon, you're never unarmed. And that's why black boys and men and women are dying in the street with their hands up.
See, that's a false narrative. That's a false narrative. Are there instances where black and Hispanics or people of color are killed, you know, innocently. Of course, yes, we live in a fallen world. Well, the same could be said about white people, right? That there's many white children or kids who are killed and don't deserve it, right? There's mistakes. There's crooked cops, right? Of course, we live in a fallen world, a broken system, right? That said, the narrative isn't that cops are out here killing black boys because they're just by virtue of the color of their skin. That's a false narrative, right? Cops are not just rampantly walking down the street shooting black people while their hands are up. I mean, we've seen the video footage where, in Chicago and Philadelphia, where black boys are killing their own people, right? Where some of these people are drugged up and taking police vehicles and driving off with them, and the cops, they don't do anything because right, if I stop you by force, then my job and my life is on the line. It's a lose-lose situation. And so this kind of narrative continues and is perpetuated in the media, and it's a lie. And the only way to overcome a lie is to speak the truth. And I'm thankful some of the women kind of stood up, but for the most part, they just bit it, right? They just took it to the chin. Y'all, let me know what you think below. And for pastors, we need to be people who are speaking the truth. There were people in 2020 who were blacking out their Instagram page, but putting their hands up and saying, hands up, don't shoot, and perpetuating a narrative that was not true. We as ministers, and we've seen this, the pulpits have been infected by CRT and much of woke ideology since 2020, before and even continuing into 2023. And so we need to be people who speak the truth. And I get it. That may mean our job is on the line. That may mean that our reputation is on the line. But brothers, our faith is in Christ. He will provide. And so if one of these ladies went to my church and I was asked about this question, I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm going to do it by faith. I'm going to do it in a way that's hopefully helpful to them. And I'm going to come even keel at first, right? I'm going to come listening, giving the benefit of the doubt, having this ongoing back and forth conversation with someone patiently, right? But then if it intensifies and they're persistent on this kind of narrative, then folks need to be church disciplined. Now, I know this isn't a church. I'm not saying this is a church. I'm just trying to apply it to that context. As a pastor, I need to apply it and think about it through that lens, because these are people who we're trusting God to save. And so if they come to our church, they need a full brainwashing. They need a full brainwashing on both sides. All of these women, they need a full brainwashing. All right, y'all, I'm out. Let me know what you think. Comment below, like this video, share this video. Grace and peace.